Let's just look a little bit closer at this page, and I want to show a couple of features to you to help you understand how it all makes sense. Right here, I'm looking at number 7805 there in the notebook, which is just a quote from a book that I was reading. And if you look over at the links, the 4186, I don't even know. I don't even remember off the top of my head, but I'm almost sure that's probably the number for the book. So when I first started reading this book, I wrote the title and the author down, gave it a number, and that number now is my identifier for that book. Anytime I write down a quotation from that book, I'm going to put in that link right there, the 4186. 7807 is, oh, it's connecting it to something lower down on the page. Links can go in any direction, right? Up the page, down the page. This one's interesting because I wrote this down because as I was reading it, this was a science fiction story by Robert Silverberg called Kingdoms of the Wall. And it's sort of set in sort of a mythical past on another planet, and where everybody's going to be going on this great journey to climb up this wall. And the narrator in the book says, "I would not have believed the wall could have undone so many of our people." Now, as soon as I read this, I know exactly where this is from. This is obviously the author is quoting or calling back to a line from Dante from the Inferno. I've been reading Dante for 30 years, so it jumped right out at me, spotted it right away, noted that down, and wanted to make that connection. Later on, I had never taken the trouble to actually write that quote down from Dante, so I wrote it down later on. You'll see there's another link here, 7868, later on in the book, where I went back and I wrote that down and I created that link between the two entries. And then as I was doing that, I stumbled on to the fact that T.S. Eliot also quoted Dante in his great poem, The Wasteland. I hadn't remembered that, but I stumbled onto that serendipitously during my work in the link book. So of course, I naturally wrote that down and created another link for it there. Notice that 7805 also links down to 7807 because at another part in the book, he said something that sounds just like Milton. This sounds just like something out of Milton's Paradise Lost. So there's another quote. You'll see that it has the 4186 link back to the book. Links it up there. And as I'm looking at this, it occurs to me, this is an interesting pattern that we're seeing here. It makes me wonder if there's a possible topic for an essay about Jewish authors who use Christian imagery in their science fiction fantasies. That sounds like it's got some potential. If I wanted to pursue that, you know what I would do? I would open up my link book, I would jot that title down, get the number, and then I would put that number over here. I would also take these numbers and put them and link them on that idea and start building up a library of examples and citations that I might someday be able to use in such an essay. That's the kind of thing that you can use the link book for tracking and coordinating those kinds of links and connections. In the middle there, 7806, this is just a word that caught my eye in the book. And you'll see the links. It's linked from that book, 4186. And the other number there, 108. Well, that's my number for new words that I come across when I'm reading. Anytime I come across a new word, I just write it down. I put down the link for where I got it from, and I put down 108. Then in my link books app, I'm able to do searches for all the words that I've come across by searching for everything that's been tagged with 108. Right? So these are the types of things that you can do. Let me show you a few more things here. Right on the next page, I've got notes from a completely different book, a book on AI. By Eliezer Yudkowsky. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly there. It's a great book that I recommend. The title is If Anyone Builds It, Everyone Dies. It's about the dangers of AI and the AI alignment problem. So again, quotes here from this book. Just getting numbers, getting links back to that book. Again, there's an entry for this book in my link book. This book is 7655. Something interesting happened here as I was writing this one down, 7812. He mentioned something about a disagreement between experts, which immediately reminded me of a conversation I had just a week earlier where a disagreement of experts was the relevant factor. And so it came to mind and I wanted to write that down. So the very next entry there, I talked about that. And those links over there, you see I've got a link from the quote from the AI book, but these other ones are links back to the entry where I had that conversation and who I had that conversation with, so that I can get back to it. So connecting it all together, connecting my reading with my personal and my professional life, connecting my reading log with my diary or my professional journal, all can be done with links. And then I don't think it'll be hard for me to convey the excitement and how rewarding it was to find this. But here's another one right here, 7814. Again, just a quote from the book. And this one really sparked some ideas in me and reminded me of things that I had been working on, things I've been thinking about for a long time. So I just noted that down, linked from there, from 7814, and then tried to just jot down some of the concepts and ideas that I've been working on and their numbers. You'll notice that these numbers are smaller numbers. One of them is 1013, 3667. I'm working in the 7,000s now. You can see I've been working on these ideas, thinking about these things over the course of thousands of notes. I haven't forgotten about them, and I'm still linking to very old ideas in my link book. The new and the old coming together, colliding. That's where new ideas come from. That type of idea collision. This is what makes link books into an innovation engine.